Welcome to Quirks, the podcast that says menopause isn't a crisis, it's a comedy. We're talking honest conversation, cold truths, and all the unexpected quirks that come with the midlife plot twist. Hosted by Nat and Sal, we're here to swap stories,
share laughs, and say the things no one warned us about. Well, probably should have. This is your safe-ish space to giggle, groan, and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. So grab your fan, your favourite snack, and let's get into the glorious weirdness of the menopause. Together!
This episode was recorded in the convivial atmosphere of a school DT classroom. Anne-Marie's from Get Cooking, and she's a food wizard who's here to remind us that Jamie Oliver isn't coming to tea, and that dinner doesn't have to be expensive, complicated, or insta-perfect to be great.
We're talking batch cooking brilliance, brain fog-friendly food hacks, fridge selfies. Oh, really?
Fridge selfies.
And why beige food isn't always the enemy. Hello, fish fingers. So grab a snack. Homemade if you're keen, toast if you're tired, and let's get cooking with Anne-Marie.
Life is short, make it cheesy.
Yeah.
We've had an amazing day today, haven't we? Full of work.
We have.
But we managed to wedge in a business lunch. We started talking to Anne-Marie from Get Cooking, and she was in the middle of a class.
Yeah.
Halfway through changing students, as she's doing some work in schools, and she also works with adults as well. She does private lessons, group lessons, Zoom lessons, and she is so knowledgeable.
She is. She really is. So today we're here with Anne-Marie from Get Cooking. Is it Get Cooking Warwick, or is it Get...
It's Get Cooking.
Get Cooking.
It's just that Get Cooking is such a generic thing. I always put Warwick so people can find me. I was the only one 15 years ago, but lots of people call themselves similar. So that's why I've got Anne-Marie after it, on Facebook anyway.
So tell us a little bit, Anne-Marie, about what you do.
Oh, what do I do? Gosh. Basically, I improve people's diets by showing them basic cooking skills and showing how you can be creative with basic ingredients that, you don't have to use fancy ingredients to eat well. I feel like we're all a bit overwhelmed and with information about this is what you should be eating, and every influencer or nutritionist says you've got to have this, you've got to have that, and it's completely overwhelmed. If you're feeling a bit down about yourself, I need to change my diet, but which bit do you change? And I get a lot of people coming to me who are just totally overwhelmed with the cooking or what to cook or what to cook anymore. Yeah. The way we cook has changed a lot. Even in the 15 years I've been teaching, I teach slightly different, or people want different things from me because of the trends. I mean, it's all about protein, brain food and everything now. And I do wonder when it's going to start talking about fibre. I mean, there's a lot of children out there eating processed foods, and there's the increase in colon cancer. So, we need to think about resistant starch and about, helping food through your system.
Yeah, being absorbed by your system.
So I think fibre will be the next protein. I just try and help people get through that and just show you don't need a recipe, It's all about just making the most of what you got and making it taste good.
And confidence
to do that.
Isn't it? That's what you do, isn't it? You give them the confidence, Yeah,
instilling confidence in people to feel actually what they're making is good.
Yeah, perfect.
Jamie Oliver's not coming for tea, As long as you and your children or partner or husband enjoy what you make, which is half the battle. If people people don't enjoy the food that you're making, it makes you feel a bit despondent. So you end up going to beige food and relying on
freezer food
and takeaway
because they're going to eat it. And it's just having
convenience, isn't it, as well? There's no
preparation. Do you think that people are more time poor now? Are you showing people how to do things quickly and well?
Yes.
More than you were?
It's either making things very easy and cooking it slowly, or making things so that you can freeze it but I teach batch cooking in a different way. People go, all right, let's make 12 lasagnas. I don't tend to teach that. I tend to show, right, okay, we'll make a tomato sauce. We'll make a white sauce. We'll make, I don't know, some vegetable dish, whatever. But don't put the flavour in. That's, you know...
So you can choose what to do with it at the time.
So you freeze them in blocks, like a bit like a Barbie doll, mix and match, you know, shirt with that top.
Okay.
And then, so when you go in the freezer, you think, okay, there's my cooked onions, there's a tomato sauce, there's my vegetables, or there's my protein. And then, instead of having it all to mix together in the same thing, 12 things the same, you can think, oh, I fancy Indian tonight. So you put the Indian spices with the tomato sauce. Oh, I fancy Mexican tonight. I'll put Mexican, but it's knowing what spice.
Yeah, again, confidence to know what goes with what.
Exactly.
And,
and having it in your cupboard.
And having it in your cupboard. And also knowing, because often people think, oh, it's going to take me half an hour to make something. I haven't got time. So I'll just go for something. But it actually takes more time, ironically.
Yes.
It doesn't taste as nice. You haven't prepared it. You don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
You know, at least this is your way, is you know what's in it. You've prepared it in your head. And you're showing how to do it properly with as many nutrients as possible that, you know, your body needs, and a balanced diet. So when it comes to menopause then, because that's what we're about as well with this show, is giving advice about how you prepare, what to look for, you know, that would help with menopause. You know.
Making lists.
Making lists.
my husband has been a list maker all his life, and he's going, "Oh, I'm making a list." Oh, yeah, that's obvious, wasn't it? But yeah, I am all about the list. Spending a little bit of time on a Sunday night, you know, Sunday night homework, just sit in front of the TV, think, right, okay, what do I want to eat? What do I fancy this week? What have I got? Taking photographs of your freezer and your fridge before you go shopping. That is a thing, because you think, oh, have I got any of that in the fridge? And if you just take a quick picture of your fridge, inside of your fridge, before you go out, you know how many packs of butter you've got.
So you're walking around the supermarket with a picture of
your
actual fridge that morning?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That. Isn't that great?
That is genius.
Yes. So you know if you've got a cucumber in there already, or I've only got a bit of cucumber left. I know it sounds...
Unless it's shoved at the back.
Which is always what happens.
It won't be nice if it's
But every now and again, a freezer, I sometimes get my freezer drawers out, because I tend to have like a leftover drawer. Then I've got like a frozen vegetable drawer and bits and pieces. And then I've got my meat drawer. So and that's another thing, putting your raw meat at the bottom of your freezer. If you do happen to have an accident, then at least if it defrosts, you can save 2 drawers worth of food. Do you know what I mean?
And where do you keep it in the fridge?
What's that?
Raw meat.
I keep it at the bottom.
Because I keep mine in the salad drawer.
Yeah, in a salad. I've got one of the salad drawers. I keep it in there separate, because I've got two. At the bottom, I've got 2 salad drawers. So I keep my protein in one, and I've got salad in the other. But it depends what I'm doing. I've got my fridge, honestly, it's full of leftovers. And then, you know, we have a super sad Saturday, you know, and it's like whatever's left from all the whatever's left from my workshops during the week. It's like Saturday night. It's like, it's all these little glass bowls. So that's another thing. Put things in glass bowls in your fridge, and you can see what them.
Yeah.
It's just simple, obvious things that you don't think about.
You get 3 little Delia glass bowls for £1.
Because if we can't see it, it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
That's absolutely true, and then it's gone off.
And simple for kids as well, isn't it? If they can't see it, and they're not going to move it, are they?
No. That is true.
If it's in glass,
of course,
it really helps.
So that is brilliant. That is genius. So remembering to take a photograph of your fridge is fantastic. What a
you
great
could do your
idea.
freezer drawers as well, but every now and again I actually write down what's in my freezer.
Yeah.
And then make a list, and I try to remember to cross it off. So that there is still 3 fish fingers for that emergency fish finger in the air fryer. Because we're just like an 8-minute beige in the air fryer every now and again. And fish fingers, sometimes, it's 8 minutes.
Do you know, a fish finger isn't bad in the way of...
That's about as processed as I get, really.
Food,
it covers a multitude of things, doesn't it?
Every
really,
night, sometimes you just need it. And put some salad and a cucumber with it, and it just makes you feel better.
Well, yeah, exactly.
The lady came because she was on her own, and she was bored of cooking on her own. And I get a lot of people that just bored of cooking. What can I cook? I don't want to buy too much food. So I was showing her some chicken dishes and marinades and stuff. Yeah. But she's noticed my box on the side, and she said, "What's that?" And I know it's my birdseed. And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I have birdseed every morning with my yogurt and fruit." And she went, "Oh God, that's such a good idea." Because in my cupboard, I've got 0 waste shop, in town, whatever. But anyway, I've got tubs of linseeds, sunflower, pumpkin, sesame, poppy. I've got all those bits and pieces, and they're all in separate jars. And who can be bothered every morning getting a tablespoon of each more? So on a Sunday, I go 7 scoops. Well, basically, I'd put half a cup of each into a container, give it a good shake, put a little bit of unsweetened coconut in, and then some dried apricots, just to get a little bit of sugar in. And then I put that with my yoghurt. I'm trying to train my brain to actually, understand where I'm going first before I even put the sat-nav on, because we just rely on it so much.
Yeah, we do.
But I think that's the
it's
same.
It's made our brains lazy, I think,
it
sometimes.
has, and I think that's the same with food, because we rely on the easy things in the supermarket that says, put this with a bit of water, porridge with a bit of water,
that's got no nutrients
loads
in it,
of sugars in it, and God knows
it's
what.
so refined.
Exactly. And you think, oh, I'm all right now because I'm full. But you're full of what? You're full of God knows what, loads of sugar, etc. Things. And then you hit a plateau where you just drop. Your blood sugar
Do you know
drops.
what? It's really interesting, because I teach a lot of pasta and pizza and stuff, and when we're making pasta, people go, you make some ravioli, and we don't make that much. I go, God, I'm really full. I says, well, that pasta, you've got 13 grams of protein in the flour. You've got between 10 and 12 grams of protein in the egg. There's no egg in pasta you buy in the shop, unless you buy the posh ones. It's just flour and water.
It is.
And, unless it's a good quality pasta, it's probably not that high quality flour.
That's true.
So when you look at the protein content, it's very low. So it's like, why is that flour so low? What else are they putting in there to bind it? So when you eat real pasta, I feel really sorry for pasta. It gets demonised.
Yes, it
and
does.
Actually, when you make it from scratch, it's 150 grams, 150 grams of flour, and it just that makes enough for like three portions of.
It's amazing, and you know what's gone into it.
Exactly, and you feel more full.
Yeah, is it hard? So, somebody who's never made pasta before, my own pasta. So, if you were to say to me, "Come on, Nat, we'll go and do that." How long does that take? Is that?
Oh God! Well, it takes 100 grams of flour.
Okay.
But pasta flour is finely ground when it says pasta flour. But if you don't want to use pasta flour, in lockdown I was getting everybody to use bread flour and sieving it, because basically you're paying for the fineness of the flour. It's really silky. So if you double sieve your bread flour, that it's the same protein content as your pasta flour.
Okay, just
so
sieved.
But you can use plain. But the thing is, though, the more higher the protein, the more gluten is in it, which means it keeps it tighter, so the shape stays together. So bread flour is better than using plain flour to make pasta.
Yeah.
So, but 100 grams and then 1 egg, and that will make a very good portion for one, or 2 smaller portions.
Oh wow. Okay.
100 grams of flour.
It's
not a lot.
It's not a lot.
You just need it. I mean, to be honest, you can make a lot of it, cut it up, and then freeze it in portions, and then so you're not making it all the time. Then you defrost it, and if you haven't got a machine, you just get a rolling pin, or in lockdown, everybody's using wine bottles. It's something heavy to get nice and thin, and then you just cut it up or make shapes. You can go on some rabbit holes on YouTube or Instagram watching Italian chef hands, which you end up watching their hands and not what to make it. Some men have got some lovely, hands.
Lovely Italian hands.
I don't know, just, you know what I mean? They're just like making
I'm going to have
stuff.
to watch that now.
And until you realise you're not watching what they're doing, you're just watching their hands. There we go.
Whoa.
Hand ballet.
Hand ballet to music. Okay, so that's good. So that's a good tip. Okay, so what about snacking? So if you're doing a job, you've done your breakfast, you're at work, you've got your 11s, and you're absolutely starving, and it's not quite lunchtime. So is there anything you can recommend snack-wise that's not? Do you know what I mean? Keep you going.
Hummus.
Okay.
Take some hummus in. You can make hummus dead easy. I mean, it's literally a tin of chickpeas, whiz it up, put whatever flavours you want in, really. You don't have to put tahini in. That's just really expensive.
Yes.
You could put some sesame seeds on the top instead and get that sesame taste in if you wanted to.
Yes.
Bit of cumin, bit of paprika.
Garlic.
You put garlic in. I find if you put raw garlic in, though,
it really
you know what I mean?
strong?
You see that stronger.
Okay.
If you roast your garlic first. And then put it in as a paste. Then you don't have that smelly, you know what I mean?
Sharp.
That sharp garlic thing. So hummus, you can put beetroot in it, you can put pepper in it, whatever, and then just chop loads of veg up. I mean, the obvious one I can remember my mum doing was like the celery with peanut butter or cream cheese. And cream cheese, protein, isn't it?
Of course, yes, of course.
You can even, my daughter, she likes to do mix feta with yogurt, mix it together into a paste, and then she puts it on toast and then puts vegetables on it. And she puts these like circles of, cucumber and then radish on the top, so every mouthful is the same. So there's lots of ways you can switch it up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like cheese, so cream cheese, the soft cheese, if I mix that with a fruit, like a puree, and some flavour
sweet
to make it sweet, then I can handle it. But I can't. I'm not a cheese fan. And I'm 5 years through the other side now, but I found for a while that my tastes were heightened, my smell was heightened. Certain smells, I couldn't even smell. I hated the smell of me. I hated the smell of certain foods. Noise and sound of like things crunch. It drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So luckily I'm through that. I've gone through my.
Feel sort of
Can you
calmer
tell
and
us
better.
about the blinking story?
The blinking store. Oh my god. Oh my
You don't
god.
have to mention any names.
Well, well, yeah, I don't know. He's just, when it's quiet, and then my husband will be like blinking, and I'm going.
You can hear him.
I could hear it's like a slight squeak. And honestly, I could feel my teeth on edge, and I just thought, oh God, will you just stop blinking? And I felt so sorry for him because it wasn't him, But honestly, my hearing, it drove me to distraction. Like, just certain ways of eating food, like strawberry seeds. Oh my God, eating a strawberry. Oh, I can't bear what. Listen, even Amos Smith, I can't bear that now. I don't know how he does it. He eats a strawberry. I can hear the seeds. I think, how do you do that? but 5 years. Oh, let me think. About 7 years ago, honestly, I was twitching. I was just twitching. I had to like breathe through it, thinking it's not him. It's me problem. It's a me problem. I feel like the last year. I feel like I did when I was like 38, 39.
Woo!
I don't know if it's because I'm doing I think I've always eaten birdseed with my yoghurt and fruit. I mean, I've always done that. Ever since I went to France when I was 15, I had yoghurt for the first time. That wasn't lumpy, warm stuff from the canteen at school.
Yeah.
Ski yoghurts.
No.
So this lemon set yoghurt in France got me back onto yoghurt. So when I came home, I started eating yoghurt for breakfast.
And you could get your own yoghurt making machines.
Didn't get that fancy, but we had my yoghurt, and I used to have Alpen, and I used to put nuts in it. And then we had a fantastic shop, which I got down to the last three of at a health food shop in York. It was a beautiful little shop down Gudgeon Gate, and I got an interview. She had 100 odd people, and you had to handwrite a letter. And I found the letter. She wrote back to me saying, "Come for an interview." Oh. And there was only 3 of us to interview, but I didn't get the job. But her shop was amazing. Everything was in containers, and I used to go in there and buy 100 grams of different nuts. So since I was 15, since I came back from France, I've eaten nuts, seeds with my yoghurt and fruit, and that's just been part of my life. I don't know if it helped. But with this shopping list, though, you write a shopping list and you forget what you buy on your shopping list. I mean, but anyway, hopefully it helped. I don't know. I've always eaten real food.
So that's your superpower then, in a way, perhaps, talking about our super, everybody's got one. You know, when with your cooking and your food and your preparation and the ideas that you have, that sounds to me like, do you think it's a bit of a superpower?
Well, I read the book E for Additives when I was about 15. I was doing my GCSE and my friend's mum, child was having difficulties. She was a little bit, I don't know, she's probably on the spectrum, but at the time we didn't know. But anyway, she was desperate to find out what she could help her child with, and she had these books, E for Additives, and she was taking out colours, because back then there was a lot of colours in food, and she was doing all that, and she was saying when she took the colours out, her behaviour was better. So, and I was really interested, and I needed a project for my chemistry. So I said, can I borrow your books? So I did. And I honestly swear, I have tried to avoid aspartame. Honestly, it seems really funny that in America certain ingredients are, banned and not tolerated.
Yeah.
But here they're here, and you're thinking, if America thinks it,
why are we accepting it?
But but it's so. Anyway, I've been very aware of numbers, but some numbers are actually just ingredients, and it's knowing what's an ingredient and what is a bad ingredient, and learning about that. So I learned from I suppose I had an early start of knowing to check what was in the back of food. So I've avoided sweeteners. And my son was really bad on sweeteners, and then I'd have to send him into school like, this child cannot have sugar-free drinks, when you got government saying
Have sugar-free
drinks. I think it should be all about low sugar. I get it,
Yeah.
not having too much sugar.
Yeah.
Don't replace it with
But don't replace it with sweetener.
And it's
It's so
addictive,
hard trying to
yeah.
find fizzy drinks now. I mean, I like a fizzy drink every now and again. There's hardly anything now. I think St. Clement's, that's about it, really. I make my own squashes. I've made my own squashes for years. Okay, they're really high sugar, but I put a lot of soda water with them. It's like,
Okay. Yeah.
you got to,
But you're not saying
80-20,
sugar's
isn't
bad.
it?
You're just saying,
No,
obviously, be careful and reduce it and use it, well. Don't kind of overuse it.
Yeah.
It's like everything is balanced,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, I teach a lot of baking. People go, I can't believe how much sugar we're putting in there. Or how much butter we put in there. I says, okay, that's sugar, butter, flour. You know what they are. You go and see what the ingredients are in a shop. I bet it's oil. I bet it's palm oil.
Yeah.
It'll be dried milk. It'll be,
Yeah.
some corn syrup. We're not going to eat these. We're not going to eat macarons every day. They're a treat.
Yes.
They're a bit tricky to make.
Yes.
You're not going to make them every day.
No.
Yeah, there is a lot of sugar in there. It's the reality.
You don't have to eat all of it. You could eat half of it and then maybe half later or the next day or whatever. Space it out.
Yeah, it's just about little and often. It's 80-20. Like, life should be enjoyed. Food should be enjoyable. And I feel like for a lot of people, food has not become enjoyable because you've got to do this, you've got to do that. And who says, Well, at the end of the day, our grandparents did not go to work on flax seeds and avocado. Do you know what I mean? It was beef dripping on white.
And after they'd done several hours' work.
Hard work, moving. They moved more.
What I've done that's helped me be aware of what I'm eating more is having a 6-hour eating window. So I try, although days like today when I can't because I really need to eat at 10:30, I try to eat between 12 and 6. Now, because the window is relatively small, it really makes me think about putting good stuff in rather than going, I'll eat this rubbish now because I can have something good later on. Actually, I need to be considered about what I'm eating during that 6 hours.
I could do that.
Mostly I can do 6 hours. I think it depends again what my hormones are doing, and it's not suitable for everybody. You've got to work out what your proportion is good for you. And you see these things again on social media about how much you can fast in your, between 45 and 50 or between 50 and 55. And it's not about your age, it's about where you are.
What you're eating.
Exactly. Your lifestyle,
what you're
everything.
eating, your lifestyle, what your hormones are doing, your personal makeup, your genetics.
Very personal, isn't it?
It's so personal, and it's a bit hit and miss. But that's just helped. It hasn't helped me lose weight or anything. It's not about that. No. It's helped me think about
what you eat.
Actually, you've only got a certain amount of time to put food in. Make it count.
So you go to the cupboard. If you pick it up and you put it in your hands and say, if it was an apple, would I eat it? If the answer's no, you're eating because you're bored. If you really think it was an apple, I would eat it. Maybe you are hungry.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a rough thing.
But that's what we say to the children.
It is true.
You say, I'm hungry, would you like an apple? No, then you're not that hungry.
You're not that hungry. We were talking about biscuits on previous episodes, and we all have a biscuit tin. Mine often has tea in it because it's an old biscuit tin and they've got tea in it. Or you can have screws, odds and ends and stuff like that. Do you have a biscuit tin? And if so, what's in it?
Do you know what? I have a biscuit tin. It's a posh biscuit tin because it's got a posh thing on it, and it's like shortbread in a tin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, posh one.
Wow, you have
Christmas,
actual biscuits in your tin.
We got it for Christmas, some posh biscuits, probably from National Trust shop or something, And it was really, really nice. And I thought, it's got my chopsticks.
There you go. That's what I didn't expect. Chopsticks. That's perfect. That's proper Quirky.
It's quite long and narrow, so it just fits great because they just go everywhere in my drawer, and it just fit right. And it's been there for about 3 or 4 years now. But it's such a lovely tin.
You've got beautiful chopsticks, if I might say so.
Bottom of town, Chinese supermarket, bottom of town.
Lovely.
Not expensive. They are pretty though, aren't they?
They're really nice chopsticks.
I love it. People always say, "Where do you get your chopsticks from?" I go, just Chinese supermarket, bottom of town.
There you go. Thank you very much, Anne-Marie.
You're
I've
very
learned a lot.
welcome.
So we know chopsticks and this one's been.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Where can people find you? Yeah.
Oh, well, if you go and get Cooking Warwick into Google or your preferred search engine, hopefully I'll come up top, and if not, click on it. Hopefully it'll help the algorithms. But
Brilliant.
but I've got lots of blog posts about creative cooking on a budget, and then what's in season. Like at the moment, I've got how to make elderflower syrup and champagne.
Ooh.
Not that it's like proper champagne, but it just tastes good.
Sounds nice.
Basically, it ferments, it gets a bit fizzy. It's quite nice.
Is that from your website or from the blog?
It's on the
you say?
website. It's on a blog. Yeah.
So
And
your
then-
website's get-cooking.co.uk.
Yes. Thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
That's all right.
Like-
And Instagram as well?
Instagram,
Yeah.
what was it? Get_cooking_Warwick_UK. And Facebook, if you put Get Cooking brackets Anne-Marie, you'll find me on there.
Lovely to talk to you.
You're welcome, anytime.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was really nice. And the whole room smelled of beautiful food. It was just, so
Just
nice.
proper food.
Just proper food.
There aren't
yeah.
many ingredients she's using, but she is a wizard.
She is a wizard, most definitely. Conjuring stuff up. I mean, she was talking about all kinds of things like pasta, how you make pasta from scratch, which I've never done.
No, but it makes you inspired to do it, doesn't it?
Really, really does. Yeah,
You
I
need to
think it's
have a go.
fantastic. Definitely. Time and effort into something, you want to be
You really
appreciated,
do,
don't you?
because you put love into it.
Yeah.
That's what makes things taste good too.
Well, you were going to tell me about your snacks. You were going to tell me about what you like to make.
Well, this week I have made a couple of snacks that aren't super sugary because I thought I need something to nibble on
Yeah.
that isn't full of sugar.
Okay, and what did you make? That
So I
was
made-
fab.
I've made dry roasted pumpkin seeds, and then just as they're finished roasting, chuck in some soya sauce, and it goes,
Oh, nice.
and it dries to the
Right.
roasted pumpkin seeds. But
Okay.
when you roast pumpkin seeds, nutritionally they're different to raw pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
So then I bung those in a jar with the same again of raw pumpkin seeds. So I've still got the
Okay.
taste of the soy sauce. And I've still got the goodness of the raw pumpkin seeds, but
Okay.
I've also got the crunchiness of the roasted
Oh,
pumpkin seeds.
nice.
They're really nice. And the other
Oh.
thing that I made was popcorn
Okay.
with honey and Himalayan sea salt. It's a really nice combination.
I think that's a wrap on today's Menno Quirks. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're doing quite well. Where we learned real food beats perfect food, toast is valid, and Jamie Oliver is still not coming to tea.
Come on, Jamie.
Oh no. A bit slow, isn't he?
A huge thanks to the brilliant Anne-Marie from Get Cooking for reminding us that healthy meals don't need to come with a side order of stress.
No. If you love this episode, hit follow, share it with your fellow midlife mates, and don't forget to check out Anne-Marie's blog and socials for even more real life kitchen magic. So until next time, stay cool
Sip something pink.
and always wear your invisible crown because you've earned it together. Just a reminder, we're not doctors, and the information shared on this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Everyone's experience with menopause is different. So please speak with a qualified healthcare provider before making any medical decisions or changes to your health routine. You've been listening to the Menno Quirks podcast, brought to you by Small Talk Podcast.
Life is short, make it cheesy.
Yeah, ooh, that's another episode, isn't it? I quite like that.